Today, we are reacting to a top 10 Pixar movies list, as well as creating our own. Will Toy Story come out on top, or will it be Monsters Inc.? Let's find out on the Late Night Movie Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Late Night Movie Podcast, episode 34. I am joined by, my name is Welchy, I should say, and I am joined by our Mr. Pop Figures himself. I'm all over the place. Mr. Pop Figures himself, Andy.
Hello guys, yeah, happy to be back and excited to find out what the topic was because we was in the dark as well, and until you just said that intro, we didn't know what it was. But it's funny that that is the topic this week because literally saw an article maybe today or yesterday saying Monsters Inc. is like the best Pixar movie of all time.
I hope it's
So
not the
yeah,
same
it's not
website I
interesting.
picked. Then
I
you
didn't
know
look
that.
into it. I
Okay.
I, I just saw an article. So
And also joining us is our resident horror expert, nothing to do with Pixar, but still, Stephen.
Yeah, I was hoping on a horror sort of list, but yeah, that's fine. I love a bit of Pixar, so really excited to see how this episode plays out. And yeah, hello everybody, welcome. Hello, it's nice to be back. I'm all over the place myself. Yeah, it's nice to be back on the movie podcast after a short break. So yeah, plenty of stuff to talk about, plenty of movie reviews as well to tell everybody about, particularly weapons, because I'll be finally giving my thoughts to weapons today.
Yes, I think, well, I don't know how it's going to go. Obviously, today's episode was meant to be, well, YouTube were going to go and see a Scream Unseen at the cinema today, which we thought
yeah,
could have been The Conjuring Last Rites, could have been something else. Ended up being a film that came out a couple years ago. Um,
And
yeah,
the Toxic Avenger, and they brought it out now in an uncut form. So I'm still gonna go and watch it because it comes out like this weekend. But yeah, the trailer doesn't look particularly great.
it wasn't my cup of tea at all. So as soon as I knew it was likely to be that sort of, yeah, I was like, it sort of put me in a
yeah,
down mood because all the other sort of screen scenes that we've seen recently have been banging horror films, and there's a lot of hype that this could have been The Conjuring before the ratings came out. But yeah, it's a shame that it's Toxic Avenger, but still excited to watch The Conjuring next week or whenever it comes out.
You're getting spoiled, Andy, because you're getting to see all three on the big screen beforehand. We're going to watch 1, 2, and 3 next week
Yeah,
in
that's
consecutive days.
the only bonus from it is that we thought, oh, if it was The Conjuring, we would have watched. I would
I
have been watching the
see.
new one before watching
Yeah.
the old three. But now it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then bang the new one. So yeah, excited to watch those.
And the other subplot is that we got to watch Newcastle Liverpool, which as soon as I was like, yeah, let's not do Toxic Avenger, because then we can watch what I was thinking was going to be a banger football match, and it was. So it all worked out nicely.
Yeah, obviously we had to pivot the episode, and I just kind of come up with this idea. I say come up with it. The Kind of Funny guys do stuff like this as well, and I thought, why don't we do Pixar? We can. I have plans for other episodes like this down the line,
Yeah,
more on the gaming side currently. So I thought I would bring it over to the movie side and trial it out here, and hopefully it'll be good. But I want to get straight into it because obviously we do have a lot of movies to talk about today. After that topic of the week, Stephen's got weapons. I've got a few films that I've seen recently that I really want to talk to you guys about, um, and Andy probably has as well that I don't know about. So we will go through that.
I haven't watched much actually, but yeah,
Okay, you go in your phases, don't you? You go games or movies. There's no
yeah, it
no
has
in
been more
between.
gaming lately.
I think we've
Yeah,
also got Alien Earth, Welchy, to.
Yeah, but I haven't watched the second or third episode yet. So
Oh,
um,
you've not? Oh,
oh,
okay. I've only seen the first two, so we can always
I've
pause
watched the
that.
first two as well.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think for my sake, maybe wait until I've caught up,
Yeah,
basically.
I would tell you what happened in like 1 and 2. We started talking about it. I could sort of mention things into that
Yeah,
sort of like merges into one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
but before we go into our topic of the week, let's do a quick bit of housekeeping. Of course, this is the Late Night Movie Podcast. We drop new episodes every week, typically on a Tuesday, although this week it will be Thursday, as we had a review to come out on the gaming side. If you enjoy the podcast, then please do consider following or subscribing on your favorite podcast service, and also leave a rating, as that really helps us. That really helps support the podcast a lot. You can follow us on all major socials with the handle at the LNG Pod, and you can join our Discord using the link in the podcast description if you want to chat movies, TV shows, and video games. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, you can also leave comments on there for us to read out. And of course, the podcast is now available on YouTube if that is your platform of choice. Our content schedule for the week beginning 25th of August looks like this. Tuesday, you had our Sword of the Sea review on the Late Night Gamer podcast, and I should have streamed Gears of War Reloaded as that launched on Tuesday. We're recording this on Monday, so we're talking in past tense, even though it hasn't happened yet. And there should be a stream on Wednesday as well, more Gears. Thursday, you'll get in this episode our top 10 Pixar movies ranked. And then there should be more Gears streams throughout the week, Friday, Saturday as well. Finally, this episode is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby have a wide range of different flavor energy drinks to choose from, and have even have some caffeine-free options. If you want an energy drink for your long gaming sessions, then you can get a 10% discount on all Dubby products by using the code TheLNGPod at checkout. That's the LNGPod for a 10% discount. We're going to skip the rotating segments today because I want to get into topic of the week so we can get into our movies at the end quicker. So he says that not being ready, but let's go straight into topic of the week. Topic of the week. Okay, and to get into topic of the week, I need to sort out this stream. So I'm going to quickly, for anyone watching, it's going to look funny for about 10 seconds, but I need to share my screen with Andy and Steve. Yeah, it's more fun if you can see the screen. So hang on, it will be... Okay, I don't know why that's not coming up. Hang on. Apologies, share screen. There we go.
Cool.
And that ruins it for everyone watching, but then that fixes it. There we go. Until... Yes, that fixes it. Cool. So you guys can see it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And everyone watching should be able to see it now as well. So, top 10 best Pixar movies. So what I thought we would do, obviously I've got this list here and we're going to kind of not individually have a top 10. We're going to kind of collectively all kind of come to an agreement of what should be in this list. Like what should be in a top 10 movies list. We don't have to get it in order. We can give an order. We can say what we think is number one or at least top 5.
Yeah.
But in general, we're just trying to get the top 10. It could end up being that this list is horrendous and it's just wrong. It's not saying that we're wrong. It could be they're wrong. So we will start with just what we think. Obviously, actually, before we do that, we should read if they've kind of described. I don't want to scroll too far.
I also love the fact that for everyone watching, if you need help choosing a great deal, you have a number.
There is
down there
some sort of
contact.
Yeah. Maybe I should get rid of that on the thing, but it doesn't matter. I don't want. Did you see that?
No,
I didn't see it. No.
Okay, I now know what number 10 is.
I saw the year. I think it was 2017, but I can't remember what Pixar film came out around that time.
I know what number 10 is. So I will pretend I don't, but I do now.
Okay.
But they've not really described it. They're basically just saying it's pretty simple, picking a top 10 Pixar movies. So they've not given any kind of like, because I wondered if they were saying one per franchise. For example, how many Toy Stories are you going to see in here? Incredibles, I guess Monsters Inc. because there's 2 of them now. But they've not gone into that. So in my mind, it's free game.
Yeah.
Or what do you think? Do you think this list would have gone one per franchise?
No. I think
go on.
Yeah, I think there's a couple where there's too many like good films from that franchise for them to miss out.
But then does this list just become a Toy Story list? Because
I don't think so. Not for us anyway, because I think we're going to have some different opinions. But there's a lot of great Pixar films out there.
Out of those 10 anyway. So you still have 6 options if you're going to incorporate all 4.
Okay.
I just also realised that Pixar's celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. 1995.
Yes. Yeah, true.
Wow. 30 years of Pixar. So
the fact that you've only just realised that and you bought the 30th anniversary Toy Story box, you really don't. You're not very observant, are you?
No. Well, I am. I've slept since then. That moment,
Yes.
I was just as I was reading it, reminding myself of the fact that it was the 30th anniversary.
I bet they really wanted Toy Story 5 to be this year, and it just wasn't.
Yeah,
probably.
And they had to put up with Elio instead, which didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
They did well critically, just not financially.
Mm.
So
I think also with the Toy Story pops are out of the box on the box now. Now that you mentioned it, it's got the 30th Pixar thing,
Yeah,
but they're in the bin. So yeah.
Let's,
unbelievable.
I guess, come to agreement first with Toy Story. Then, how many are we going to see in this list, or how many should be in a top 10 list? One or two?
I'd say all four. I'd say all
Four?
four should be.
No
Yeah.
way.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced four
Mine-
should be.
No, I'm
I
saying
really-
four should be in it. So.
I
I
really
think we need
enjoyed
to like
four.
chuck out the other franchises before you can like even say that all four are going to be in the conversation, because you're probably not realizing how many great Pixar films there are, and you're just thinking of Toy Story. Like people do it, they think of Toy Story as the main one, and then don't realize there's like all these other great Pixar films that are actually in the conversation.
Okay, so I'm going to make some notes here. People will hear me typing away. Apologies, but we've got Toy Story 1 to 4. We've got Incredibles 1 and 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You got obviously Monsters Inc. and Monsters University.
Yeah.
You got Cars 1
Mhm.
to 3,
Well, I can't type that.
Wreck-It
fast,
Ralph.
Andy. Cars 1
Inside
to
Out?
3. Yes. Inside. Fuck, Inside
All
Out.
Inside Out 1 and
What
2.
about that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Actually, maybe I might retract on the point of
Oh.
incorporating
yeah.
Toy Story
And then
4
you've
because
got
Sorry, what was the other
Finding
one you
Nemo,
said after
Finding Dory.
Cars?
Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
Don't think that
Nah.
makes it, personally.
yeah, I don't think it makes it.
I like
either.
the first one.
I like the first one.
You got Ratatouille, Wally.
Wally, yeah.
Ratatouille. Wow. Wally.
Don't forget Finding Nemo.
Oh,
And Finding Dory.
Yeah, and Finding Dory, obviously.
oh wow. Yeah. This is
Oh yeah,
much
okay, that's
harder than I
quite.
thought.
Yeah, I was thinking that it'd be quite easy to do a top 10, but now that you mentioned it, I completely forgot about The Incredibles.
So,
That's a
also,
thing.
Fortunately, we don't have films like Frozen in here. Like that would easily get in here if it was like Disney as a whole.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we can avoid Lion King and stuff like that. It's just Pixar.
is I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Luca, is that a Pixar
Luca
film?
is Pixar. Yeah. What's the
Yeah,
other ones around that
quite like
time?
that as
So you've
well.
got the one.
You got? Did you put last year or
Zootropolis
the year
isn't
before?
Pixar, is it? Or is it Disney?
What one? Sorry, Stephen.
Zootropolis. Is that Disney or is that Pixar? I think it's Disney.
Okay, that's good.
I don't
think
know.
it's-
Might have to. Because that's a good shout as well. If it is, I think it might be Pixar. You know?
No, produced by Walt Disney Animation.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise,
shout,
that would
though.
have been on there.
Because normally Disney films, the difference is that Disney films have singing in them, like Moana
Yeah.
and Lion King.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't think Zootropolis does. It's got the one
I-
singing scene actually, like from
Yeah.
Shakira. But
What about Bug's Life?
yeah, that's Pixar.
That's Pixar.
Fucking love
Elemental
Bugs
as well?
Life. Elemental. That's
I
what I was
don't know
thinking
if
of around that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bugs Life. Is it Onward? Is that one?
Onward. Yeah, I love that film.
Coco.
I haven't. I have seen it, but not properly.
Up.
Up. Oh my god, yeah.
Oh
That's what I
yeah.
mean.
So I
Oh,
think
God.
one is, they obviously have cars. Is Planes Pixar?
Yeah, Planes is Pixar.
I mean, that is not
I
going in
haven't
this
seen it,
list, by
but-
the way. but-
That is definitely Disney Pixar.
Okay. I hope we're not missing any.
I think we've got all the big ones there.
I feel
be
like there's
fair,
something
though,
else
like,
around
when
that
we-
time. Around that Onward, Coco, like I say, like I guess like 2015 to now.
I think
There's
the problem is
another
that by that point I started to sort of just not really care too much about Pixar movies, so I can't quite remember all of the ones around that time. But you're right, I feel like there is one glaringly obvious one that we haven't thought about.
I think we've got all the main ones. I don't think there's like any others. Like there might be one that we're forgetting about, but I don't think it's going to be one that gets in our top 10 after all those we've just named, sort of thing.
Okay, so then let's agree on 100% they're definitely in the top 10.
Okay. So obviously, I'm going to say Toy Story 1.
One.
Yeah,
And
for
we're
me,
saying,
one's
if we're saying multiple, I'm saying 1 and 3.
I would put 2 in as well.
I
No, we can't put
agree,
3 in,
but I
but-
just don't think there'd be 3 in there.
I
Oh,
think-
wait,
I
are we
think-
doing this for at the moment, are we doing this for our list or what we think is going to be in this list?
Well, no, what we think should be the top 10, as in what
Okay, so
any
what we
list,
think.
because I've just picked a random list. I don't know what the digital /
Yeah,
TV.
Mm.
What we think a top 10 list should look like.
Okay.
It's not our individual
So,
ones,
yeah.
obviously, because we'll all have slightly different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we just chuck in one Toy Story and we obviously come to a decision on which Toy Story
Once
that
we've
should
got our
be.
10, we could maybe say, actually,
Yeah, we can switch it
Cars
around
might
if
be
we
pushed
think.
out by Toy Story, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
until we sort of go through all the other great films that should
Fair.
be in there, I think we
'Cause
choose one Toy Story.
I do think. I mean, if we're going to pick one, it's got to be the original.
Yes,
but
I agree.
Two
Yeah.
and 3 though are like
So good, yeah.
so
Yeah,
on par.
I'm not
like,
disagreeing with you. Like they are all great films. It's
Yeah,
just
I
hard
think-
to.
Yeah.
Okay, Incredibles. Is it in there? For me, it
Yeah.
should be, but
I think so. At the moment, anyway,
What
I think
one?
the first one should be in there. Number
Yeah.
8 again, the original. Like
I'll
it's
have a
this
second,
is the
mate.
best one.
I really enjoyed the second one, but I was with an ex at the time her son went for a stage of watching Incredibles 2 every night for like 5 days in a row. So I've seen that movie upwards of like 20 times. But every time I watch it, I just think it's amazing.
it's so
So-
good, yeah.
I would want to put like both in there, but I would lean more towards the first one because the first one's got a very special place in my heart.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards the first one. Most films you'll hear me say the original is like
Yeah.
the better one for me
There are-
personally.
There are a couple of other ones where I actually really enjoyed the first, but didn't enjoy the second. We'll come on to.
Well, one of them for me is
Later.
Cars.
Yeah, Cars is an obvious one.
But I'm not
Well, I think
100%
the
sure
sequels
Cars
are.
1 is going to be in there, so I think we should skip that one for now.
Yeah, I think the other obvious one
Monsters,
is
Inc.
Inside Out.
No,
Oh,
Monsters,
well,
Inc.
yeah, Monsters Inc.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. and Inside Out should be in that list.
Yeah.
Inside
'Cause
Out 1 or
my-
2?
I-
Because 2 is fucking sick.
2 is that's a tougher one for me because like Inside Out 1 was so good that I thought it'd be very difficult for them to like equal that or top it.
I think they
But I
did.
think they did. I did think, yeah,
I
do
would
think they
lean
did
more
that with
towards
one,
2.
I
I would lean,
think
even though I
I'd lean more
really enjoyed
towards
the
2.
first one. I just think 2 has
Yeah.
a much more, it's better written than number 1. And that isn't to say 1 is badly written. I just think number 2 is so clever
Mm.
because of it dealing with quite a sensitive
Anxiety
topic
and
with
stuff, yeah.
teenagers
Yeah,
and all of that. So I would go more towards 2. But having said that, we just mentioned Monsters Inc. See, I didn't like Monsters University at all.
Oh,
When I was-
I liked it.
I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
I liked
So I would
number one
always
is
go with
a-
the 1.
'Cause number 1 is definitely better, but I did like Monsters University as well, like as a fun follow-on to it.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
got to be in
put
there.
Finding
And
Nemo,
it's not Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, 100%.
Yeah, because Finding Dory again is just nowhere near as good as Finding Nemo.
You've seen the meme at the end of Finding Dory when it in Swedish when it says at the end, and instead of saying end it says slut because that's what end is in Swedish.
Yeah.
And there's a Swedish football team. I'm going way off topic here. Swedish football team the other day put up like their Instagram graphic, and
Yeah.
instead of obviously they had end, but it said slut 3-2.
That's
Nice.
funny.
Right, so we've got 5 films there. So we've got Toy Story 1, Incredibles 1, Monsters Inc., Inside Out 2, and Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
Okay, I think the next on the list should be, obviously this is not in order by the way, but Ratatouille should be in there for me.
yeah,
Do you
100%
agree?
agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a
Brilliant
great film.
film. Gets better and better the more you watch it. And the older you get, that movie gets better.
So, okay, I love Bug's Life.
Yeah, I
But
haven't seen it in
I'm-
such a long time.
I'm
but
happy to let it slide for now. In my
Yeah,
list,
I've
it's
not
not-
I think it's gonna make it.
I'm with Andy. I haven't
uh,
seen it in so long that I think I would
Yeah,
let it slide for
I-
now. I'd have to rewatch it.
I remember it being a really good film when I did watch
Yeah.
it. I loved Bug's Life, and then they had like Ants. I don't know who'd done that
Ants,
one, but I
yes.
love those types of films.
DreamWorks.
Yeah, might be.
okay,
But
another
I think
Up.
I was gonna say Up, next obvious one. It has to be in there.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
So I know you said you haven't watched Coco, but a lot of people love Coco, and it's my
Well,
brother's
yeah,
it's
favorite
like-
Pixar film completely. Like,
Oh.
better than Toy Story. It's not that for me.
Whoa.
It's not that for me, but it is a very good film. Have you watched
Okay,
Yeah,
Seven?
how many films we got at the moment?
I've not seen it, so I can't comment.
We've got
I've seen
seven.
parts of it. We can chuck it in there for now because I think the other one that's going to be in the list because or maybe it gets underrated a bit, but I really like Wally. I don't think
Yeah,
you guys do, but
I love Wally.
Yeah, we'll put
I
Wally
think
in.
it does get underrated a bit though by people. So I don't know if it's going to be in this top 10 list, but I think it should be in ours.
With Wally, we've got
Yeah.
8. So I guess
Yeah.
we can add a Toy Story in, or some that we haven't got
I
are Coco, Onward,
Yeah.
Luca, Wreck-It Ralph,
I've not seen
Cars,
I've
and
not seen
then
any of
and then
those.
sequels, obviously.
I
Yeah.
really feel strongly about Toy Story 2 because I still think that's one of the best sequels that has ever been made. I love Toy Story 2.
See, I would make the argument Toy Story 3. I think 3 is perfect because it has the emotional bit as well at the end.
It does, but
I
like
don't get me
Toy
wrong, I
Story,
love Toy Story 2. And
they go to Al's toy barn and they do, you got to throw me at the end,
I think I said it on
with
the
Wheezy.
weapons episode with Andy, where my son at the moment is addicted to it, and it's still
Yeah,
happening.
Yeah.
So that was 2 weeks ago we recorded that, Andy. I'm
Yeah.
still watching Toy
We're
Story
still
every
watching
day,
it. Yeah.
so I am very familiar with all of them. 4 is by far the worst, and it's not as in like it's a terrible film, but even my son who doesn't know this thing doesn't really want
He's
to watch
like,
number 4.
yeah.
could
You go
we
to number 4 and he's like, nah.
Exactly.
could we not make the argument of adding, unless there was any other movies that you guys feel strongly about, of incorporating both 2 and 3 in that list?
No,
I'd be
I'm
happy.
not going to. I don't think 3 Toy Story films should make the list
I think
Why
because
though?
I know you haven't seen them, but like if you're saying Coco's such a good film and other people would find that really good, then potentially that could go in over one of them. But then again, like I really like films like Onward.
I was
Like I
going to
love
say Onward,
watching
yeah.
that.
Elemental. I don't think there's much hype for that,
Elemental.
but
Again, I liked it. It's going to be tricky because if we're pitting it against Toy Story, Toy Story is always going to win. But I think like if you already got one Toy Story in, then we should like let some of these other films like have a bit more say in terms of making the list towards the end of it. But it
Well,
doesn't mean if I was to actually do my top 10 lists, I
yes,
could
we
have all
would have
3 Toy
difference,
Stories
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, we can have another Toy Story, but we could also have another Incredibles or another Inside Out.
That's true.
Or would a
yeah.
Cars be in there? Cars it's one of the only ones that it's only Toy Story and Cars, right? That have gone 3 films or more.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah.
I think I also have to remind myself that even though I don't personally enjoy the Cars movies, they are very, very popular and well
Oh, they're
received by a lot of people.
Yeah. For me as well, personally, I prefer like films like Wreck-It Ralph over Cars and like I said, Onward, Luca. I think I prefer those type of films more than I like Cars.
Luca's a good film.
Yeah, I really like Luca. It's tricky. It's tricky. I was
If
like,
we-
what's that one say? I wrote
Yeah,
down
just
planes.
realizing, is this picture a clue? So you've got Wally in the
Uh,
picture. You've got Toy Story 3, by the way. What's that bird from? Is that
I
bird
don't
from
think.
Up?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, I
That's
think so.
Ratatouille,
And then
and that's The
Ratatouille.
Incredibles.
Yeah,
And you've got is the door, is that Monsters Inc?
That's Ratatouille.
Is
that's
that it?
Ratatouille.
That's the
Yeah,
rat
Oh,
in the
hang on,
hat.
let me.
It's a hat.
It's the chef.
Oh, yeah, I see, yeah. Because I've not got it full screen on mine, so I didn't see the rat.
How many films we chosen at the moment then?
8.
8.
We've got 2 slots. I think we should go one more Toy Story.
Okay, but you guys can argue.
Andy,
which
you're gonna
one,
have to
'cause
you're gonna have to final vote because I'm gonna say 3. Steven's gonna say 2.
And I'm going to say 2.
Don't
it
say
is
4.
tricky. I think I would lean more towards Toy Story 2.
Okay, fair. It's got to
Yeah.
be a team vote. You're wrong.
I don't know. I feel like
I don't often agree
pick-
with Steven, but I think in this case I'd have to go for Toy Story 2.
I just feel like that Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 2 are like so even. It's like having Usain Bolt and another like ridiculously fast person who beats Usain by like a millisecond. That's how close both movies are. I just know that I've seen Toy Story 1 and 2 much more than I've watched 3 and 4. Like I'd always go to the first 2, and that's not to say the other 2 are not masterpieces. So that's the only reason. And as a kid, obviously, I watched way more of those 2 than the other. So that's the only reason that I was leaning more towards that.
I think that's the same for me as well. Like with you, Welchy, obviously you've said you've watched them all recently. Obviously you got kids.
hundreds.
We don't have kids, so for me, like I remember one the most, and then I remember number two the second, like most in terms of like the actual story and what happens. Whereas I'd have to like watch three again to sort of refresh my memory on that story. But
Free has the best villain, with lots.
Oh,
of,
yeah.
lots of the hugging bear.
And three,
yeah,
if you didn't cry at the end of number three, then you have no soul in any shape
I've
or
only
form.
just stopped crying because I've watched it 100 times in 3 weeks. So
Well, that's fair
I've just
enough.
numbed to it.
yeah.
Right, we need to get onto the list. So, one space. I think it sounds like it's going to be between Cars 1. Andy likes Wreck-It Ralph. I don't mind chucking it in there as an
Yeah.
option.
But if you like,
Or
obviously,
Coco.
not Luca or Onwards.
Or Luca. I haven't seen Onwards, so that's purely on you.
Oh, you haven't seen Onwards?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, neither have I. I mean, the only other one that I would maybe throw in if we were looking at
Bugs
sequels
Life.
would maybe be or Incredibles 2. Because I love Incredibles 2.
2 as well.
Like, see, but I would chuck in Inside Out over Incredibles.
True.
2.
True.
Yeah.
Because I think Inside Out 1 is better than Incredibles 2, in my personal opinion.
No, that's fair shout.
What are we going to do?
It's tricky. Do we go for a sequel or do we choose?
I
Obviously,
think it'd be something separate. I think it'd be
down to you.
I'm leaning towards a
Obviously, the only other
individual
one we
film.
both watched. Would we say Luca then? Because both me and you watched that Welchy and both like it. Whereas all the other ones are sort of, or do you all like Wreck-It Ralph?
I like it. I think Luca's better.
Not enough.
I think.
To me, they're very close. I love them both. So
I've not seen everything, so I will go with whatever you guys think is better.
I can't believe we're going Luca over Cars, to be honest. To me, I just think Cars has to be in there. I personally wouldn't put it in mine. I'm just talking about like.
Yeah, I think Cars is going to be in this list, like the one you got on the screen. But in terms of like the
what it should
Pixar
be,
films that I prefer, like for me it wouldn't get in there. But like a lot of people would probably be thinking like, how the hell do you like Luca over Cars, or like how do you like any of the other films like over Cars?
Fuck it,
some of the other ones I like. Dun dun dun. We can put a poll out afterwards on Discord.
Is this list in order?
This goes 10 to 1. 10 to 1, yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be really triggering. I can just feel it.
And I have seen number 10 accidentally, and it's why it's why I kind of steered you away from it. It's Coco.
Oh,
okay.
Coco.
That's why I didn't want to say let's put Coco in. I wanted you to kind of suggest it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched it like through properly from beginning to end, but I have seen like certain parts of it several times.
Be very careful not to just go down too far. Yeah, it's a really good film. I'd highly recommend it. It's very sad as well.
Yeah,
and just generally a great Pixar movie.
They said in there that in fact it might be Pixar's most visually impressive movie.
It's very
infused with eye-popping, Day of the Dead inspired design, all bright flowers, and intricate decorations. Okay.
Oh no, it's okay. I just thought of Encanto, but that is Disney, not Pixar.
No, yeah, that is Disney. Because I did think of that earlier. I was like, no, that's definitely Disney.
I'm sure there's gonna be one on this list where I didn't think of it. I'm sure there's one.
Probably, we'll see.
Okay, let's go to number 9.
Luca. I don't think we're both. Hey, so good getting there. Great film. You have to.
Is it recommended, like, to watch it, Luca?
Luca's a good film, yeah.
Well, it's in this top 10 list, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as a premise, it's not a spoiler. Luca is a mermaid, sea monster. He's a sea monster.
Yeah.
And then he comes out onto land and becomes human, and tries to blend in. But whenever he gets wet, he becomes his monster parts comes back. So if his arm gets wet in rain or whatever, he'll get his monster arm.
Yeah.
But, that's a very simple concept. What this film is. There's much more to it than that.
Yeah. Luca is the one with the Vespa as well, isn't it?
Yes, the Vespa.
Like the bike. Yeah. Cool.
Based in Italy, I think.
Yeah,
it's definitely a good watch. But because Coco's in this means one of our films is not in here, by the way, so far.
Yeah. I also feel like now that these two are on there, that maybe Onward would be in there, but potentially that would be above Luca. So yeah, I'm not too sure.
Let's find out what's number 8. Oh,
Cars.
Yeah.
I sort of knew.
We thought of Cars. Yeah, was going to be part of that list.
It's just not. Yeah, it wouldn't be part of my top 10.
I think it's the 8th best Pixar film. Like, if we're being honest, it's not like
Well, you
this
think it should be
much
higher or
lower.
lower?
There's at least 3 Toy Story
Yeah, yeah,
films better than
okay.
this. That's the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to see how they done their list though, because we don't
I
know if
think they
they've
might have
done.
done one now. Thinking about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I would even go so far as saying like all 4 Toy Stories are better than all of the Cars movies.
Yeah.
I would eat. So yeah, they must have done it just to one like pick
Franchise.
per
It would have been nice if
franchise.
they had said that at the top. Then we could have gone, okay, we have to
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
one.
we could have done it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cars is still a good film. I just think 8 is pretty high.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in agreement with that.
Oh my god!
Oh, Monsters University. I was not expecting that.
Really?
That's
If
I
Monsters
like
Inc.
it,
isn't
but I
in
don't know.
here, if Monsters Inc. isn't in here,
Oh
I'm
man,
fucking
if they've
livid.
if they've chosen this over Monsters Inc., no
They
way.
put Monsters University is the 7th best Pixar movie. What?
That is
What are
shocking.
Pixar movies.
This is
Yeah,
not looking
different
good.
list up.
This is not looking
Yeah.
good.
Oh, honestly, who comes up with this part of tosh?
Anyone
Do
listening?
not recommend looking at lists from digital
I
TV.
was going to say, anyone listening who also hates this list, feel free to write a complaint into digital TV because it is not us.
You can call them. Call them on the number below.
Oh, do you want a great deal? No, I want to complain about your Pixar list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
interesting.
Let's see the reasons they
Wait,
gave.
they put Monsters Inc. may get all the attention, but for our money, this colourful prequel is the better film.
Look at that bottom line. Pixar's funniest film.
Oh, leave off.
What does it say that?
The bottom line there, full of heart, quite possibly Pixar's funniest film. I said possibly, but
I don't
There's
know.
like there's
I
about
can't see what you're
15
looking.
different set pick
Yeah.
right at the
Oh,
third
yeah.
paragraph thing, yeah. There's like 15 moments from like Ratatouille that are funnier than the entirety of Monsters University.
I think Toy
Just as
Story
a-
1 is a funny film.
Yeah.
All of like those Incredibles. There's
Yeah.
so many. Like what were
This
these
should
people?
not
Were they
be in the list.
drunk when they were doing
Actually,
this list?
I would even say Monsters Inc. is funnier than this. Like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is 100%.
So-
Like, I like Monsters University,
Yeah, so
but
do
it
I,
should
so
not
do
be
I.
in this list. Like,
Says the film plays on classic college movie tropes.
oh, sorry, I've gone too far. I might as well do it now.
Finding
fine.
Nemo. Yeah.
That's fine.
When did we put Finding Nemo on our list?
Well, it was in the list. We didn't really rank it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah, see, that's fine.
And I'm pretty
It's
happy
a
with number
classic.
6. Actually, it's a classic. It's a
well,
very good film. Not
Let's
my
see what they
list.
put above it. No, yeah,
Yes.
but let's see what they put above it in their list. Cool.
I can't believe
Judging by
Monsters
their
Inc. are going to be
previous
here. This has baffled me.
And that means Toy Story is definitely first in this list then, because if it's not Monsters, they're usually the two that people argue against, I reckon.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
if they're incorporating both Monsters Inc. and Monster University, then they're not doing the one movie per franchise.
Inc.
So
won't be in here.
no way.
And neither should Finding Dory now, by the way.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I'm happy with this.
Ratatouille.
I'm happy with Ratatouille.
Let's get a
Yeah.
bit better.
Sorry, I should realise we're not. If there's people that are audio listeners, not video, I think we've basically revealed it. But at number 10 was Coco, 9 was Luca, 8 was Cars, 7 Monsters University, and 6. I don't want to scroll too far. Oh no, we went to 5, didn't we? 6 Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
5
And
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Again, what a film.
They have to be in there.
What have they said
Great
about
Pixar
Ratatouille?
films.
Just like
Let me try not
they
to
said,
scroll
Pixar's a
too
track
far.
for telling
Oh,
incredibly
did you see that?
human stories. No.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Through strange, unexpected characters, and that's on full display here. Yeah, it's bonkers, but it just works. Yeah. At least I've got that right in there. Some
It's incredible.
I also agree
It's
with
an
number 4.
incredible film.
It's The Incredibles.
Yeah. Let's go.
That is
Yeah.
pretty much spot on for me. I think if I had to pick 3 films, if it was one per franchise, it'd be Toy Story, Monsters Inc. Oh, you know what?
Inside Out?
Inside Out, maybe, yeah.
And then I would
Yeah.
then put Incredibles after that.
Okay, so we've got the top 4. We have to predict the
Yeah.
top 3.
It should be Toy Story.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
well,
Yeah.
and
okay.
Which one?
Let's
which
just
one
say
are they going to go for?
it's going to be one of the Toy Stories, one of the Inside Outs.
And then
What else did we have in our Up?
Up. Or
yeah, it's got to be up.
or they could put Wally. Could you imagine?
Wally?
Which I would be too upset about because it is very underrated.
I think they're going to go up.
I think they'll go up.
I think we're right. I think
Yeah.
it'd probably be in that order. It'd be Up next,
Yeah.
then Inside Out, then Toy Story.
Yeah.
It's like-
I reckon that's right.
Scroll down
If
to
it's
see
not,
if it's
then-
up.
It's going to be
What should be like?
Onward.
Imagine it's a good film, but
Yeah, superhero epic.
there's a lot of
You ready? You
tension
ready?
around
You
this.
Can we
ready?
also, just before you do that, right, back to the Incredibles, when I watch that now as an adult, that is probably like the most mature Pixar movie out of all of them.
Well,
I think.
What I will say about The Incredibles, I tried getting my daughter to watch it, and she liked the beginning, loved the beginning bit, like when it's all
All action.
the bombs away guy, whatever his name was, Bon Voyage.
Yeah.
And then there's that bit after that when they become humans, they become civilians for a while. He works at the insurance company.
Yeah.
She got bored.
I think that.
Yeah.
I think that insurance company
it's-
sequence is fucking
For adults,
hilarious.
it's funny.
Yeah,
But for kids, they just want to get back to the superhero stuff. And I think it goes on a
That
bit
makes
too long
sense.
for kids.
yeah.
Okay.
Adults, brilliant.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
That's why I say it's definitely their most mature
Yeah.
work in terms of a movie that like you can really enjoy as an adult. You can enjoy as an adult for all of them, but it does things that like as an adult I go, oh, kid, that will go straight over a kid's head. But I know what you're saying or trying to do there.
Okay. Is it going to be
Go
up?
on.
It's got to be surely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair.
Nailed it.
Absolutely fair.
Which is absolutely fair. And now I'm absolutely certain of what the top two is going to be.
It has to be.
It should be Toy Story Inside Out. It should be.
It should be.
Because those they have to be on this list no matter what.
You
So
can't,
if they
can't have a top 10 Pixar list without one of those two films franchises
yeah,
in it.
exactly. It has to be. But they've put Monsters University in it, so anything could happen at this rate.
I do love it. Let's get started away. Yes, the first 10 minutes will absolutely make you cry. It's a beautiful, soulful, devastating portrait of the ups and downs of two ordinary lives told entirely without dialogue. It does. It does. It literally rips your heart out within 10 minutes. I think we went to cinema to watch that, and I don't think there was a single person in the cinema that wasn't crying at that moment.
You know a film we
just
have forgotten
genius.
about? And
What's
I
that?
don't blame us. Bolt, the dog.
Oh, I haven't
Oh,
seen
That ain't getting anywhere near this list.
No.
Imagine it second.
Imagine Bolt's number
Please
2.
don't. I'll be bolting away from this podcast.
So
Hey.
we're saying Inside Out 1, yeah? Or 2, but... Oh, no, we said 2.
One
We
of
said
them.
2. We said 2 and
We said
I would lean towards 2.
I think they're going to say 1 on this list.
Depends when was this list done recently?
Oh, you're going to make me go back to the top and have a look.
Because-
25th of June,
Yeah.
Okay.
which means they probably
Right.
updated it with Elio, but I imagine they didn't actually add Elio.
Yeah, I don't think.
That would be
I would
insane.
be surprised.
I'd be
seen it,
insane if they included Elio.
Considering that Inside Out 2 holds records and what it did last year, I think they should go with 2. I'll be surprised if they go with 1, but I wouldn't disagree with that.
Let's find out. Number
This is a
2
lot of fun. I like this.
is Wally.
Ollie! Oh, shit. So that means
Okay.
Toy Story or Inside Out isn't in this list.
No, there's
No
no
way.
way they're not including Toy Story 1. And if they've also meant that they've not included Inside Out, that is insane.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
And I
more
haven't
upset
chosen-
about, to be honest. You can't. As I said, you cannot have a Pixar list without those two franchises, in my opinion.
No. No
I
way.
don't disagree with
Inside
Wally
Out
being
is-
in the top 10.
I wouldn't say it's number 2.
It's definitely not
Because
number
what they're
2.
saying is Wally's better than The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Ratatouille. That's not
Yeah.
right.
Well, I've got to
What have
really
they
be
said
careful
about
not to.
Wally?
I've got to be really careful not to scroll too fast here.
Because I'm really curious. So starting with another beautiful, masterful sequence with no dialogue, although this one lasts way longer, Wally eventually morphs into a fun, frothy space adventure, but it never loses its razor-sharp satirical edge. I mean, it does have a lot of slapstick comedy in it, which is utilised really well, but like, come on, man. The
I like
Incredibles...
Ollie, but
I
it-
like
yeah,
it. Don't,
it
it's very...
potentially should be in the top 10, but
Oh.
nowhere near this high on
No.
their list.
I,
But also, Inside Out needs to be in there, like over Monsters University or like some of the other films they've mentioned
Yeah.
at the top.
yeah,
sure.
abs-
So far, obviously we know the top 9 now, or 10 to 2. We have Incredibles, correct?
Yeah.
Finding
Yeah.
Nemo, correct? As in
Yeah.
somewhere in the list.
In terms of our list. Yeah.
Ratatouille, Up, Wally, Luca, 6.
Okay. And that's just me. I pushed in Luca as well.
I kind of, it was
Right,
between that and
yeah,
Coco,
yeah.
but I knew Coco,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
couldn't say it. So we're missing Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., which we know is not going to be there unless they do something crazy with this list.
Oh, no, man, they can't.
Inside Out 2 are the 4 we're missing.
Yeah. Wow. That's
I would,
crazy.
if they took out like Coco or Luca and had Wally in, and then put Inside Out in number 2, because
I
like
would have been
what-
happy with Wally at 10.
Yeah.
Wally feels like
Yeah,
a 10
yeah.
to me.
yeah, absolutely.
I'd have been happier with that for sure.
What we're
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
is it Inside Out or is it Toy Story?
It's got to be Toy Story. It has to be. Sure, it's their flagship. I mean, Pixar started because of it. You can't not have a Pixar and not have at least one of the Toy Stories in that.
It should be Toy Story, but the way that they've done this list, it's probably going to be Inside Out.
Elemental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be something completely different.
Depends what Toy Story they've picked as well. That'd be interesting.
Imagine if there's something in the small print saying
Told
Toy
you.
Story 3.
Toy Story
Wow,
3.
okay.
What a film.
I thought over like all of them though, they would have went with number 1 if there's a
Yes.
Toy Story in.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
at least a Toy Story is here. Like,
Yeah.
it saves the list a little bit. But
Oh,
this is a really
yeah, what
shit
they're-
list.
No, no.
This is a shit
Yeah.
list.
What they're
but-
saying, I've just read it. The first Toy Story started it all, and Toy Story 2 was a fantastic sequel. But for our money, Toy Story 3 is the best of the bunch. See, I don't agree with that, but they're not. They're very close in all 3 of those movies. I'm assuming because of the, as you rightly said, Welchy, the emotional punch that Toy Story 3 has that the first 2 don't have.
So they've talked about Lotso Hugging Bear being like a great villain, basically.
Yes.
Yes, it's the Shawshank Redemption with Barbie dolls. Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Emotionally devastating. Yeah, in the final moments where Andy bequests his beloved friends. Yeah, it's a stone cold masterpiece, and I fully agree. It is mine.
Yeah, no, I think it's also really clever when the older I get that it's a metaphor that, you know, Andy's giving his toys and letting them go, as like all parents do when they let their children go as they grow up, and it's like it's absolutely genius. I would say also when I think about Toy Story 2, they do have an emotional moment where when Jessie, the song When She Loves Me, that's quite sad, that moment. But
it's sad, but it's not. You don't care for her yet. Like this film,
no,
Yeah.
right at the end of this film,
No.
you're like, oh fuck. That. you
oh
couldn't do this
yeah,
to me.
again, that's another prime example of every single person in the cinema when we went to watch that literally being a blubbering wreck, adults and children.
It's gut punch after gut punch. The first bit is when they're in the furnace, and then
Yeah.
the second one. Now I'm an adult, and now I've been to university and stuff. Is when the mum goes into the room and sees it all bare because Andy's moving out to
Oh,
university,
yeah.
and she gets upset. And I'm like, oh, that's a gut punch because that reminds me of when I went to university. And then it's
Yeah.
a gut punch when he gives toys away. I'm like, this is horrendous. I can't watch this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can. I love it.
And you have to now watch it, you know, every
All the
single
time.
day.
I love it, though. I do love it. Wow. Okay, so let's go through that 10 again. So 10 was Coco, 9 Luca, 8 Cars, 7 Monsters University,
That's the worst choice there.
Yeah,
Number
that's
7.
awful. That is absolutely awful.
6 Finding Nemo, 5 Ratatouille, 4 Incredibles, 3 Up, 2 Wall-E, 1 Toy Story 3.
I do find it really uncomfortable that Inside Out's not on there. I do find that really, really uncomfortable.
I think that's the biggest. The 2 biggest misses are that and Monsters Inc.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to see what their reasons were for not putting Inside Out in over some of those films, like what their argument would have been against it.
Because, like, surely Inside Out is better than. I mean, I've not seen either of them, but I'm just prefarising. Inside Out 1 and 2 are better than Luca and Coco. As our Monsters Inc.
I would say it is. There are people, as I said, there are people that love Coco like passionately.
Yeah.
It's better for me. It's better than Coco, Luca. It's better than Wall-E. And I like Wall-E. I like all these films. I'm not saying these are bad films. I like Monsters University. But the most baffling one is Monsters University. You cannot put it above Monsters Inc. That's the first one.
Yeah.
That's the first
one.
And it makes it even worse for me because out of all the Pixar films, that's the one that I dislike the most because I remember going to cinema, watching it, loving Monsters Inc., sitting down going, oh my God, we've got a Monsters Inc. sequel, and coming out and just, I hated it. I generally thought it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm in the minority of that. But to not have that over Monsters Inc. is like, that's a criminal act. Shut them down, DTV. I'm never calling you for a deal.
So hopefully everyone watching or listening at home has enjoyed this. I'm not wrapping up this episode, but what I want to say is hope you enjoyed this kind of topic. or this special episode. If you did, let us know because I'd love to do more of these. I think we've all enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a lot of fun.
I think it'd be a lot harder if it was a different sort of if it was like horror films or
Yes, because
action
there's
films
so
or something.
many.
Like,
Pixar's quite
yeah, I
defined.
think
Yeah,
because
like a niche.
I think there is a lot of like there's so many 10 out of 10 Pixar films that it's quite easy to do the bulk of this list without
Yeah.
having like a real challenge. Where I think a different top 10 list will be a lot harder for us to choose between what films we put in.
I'm telling you now, if we did one like top 10 horror movies, I can already see how triggering that would make me.
Yes, exactly. And
I'm
that's
triggered
that
by
would
the
be-
Pixar
It
list.
would be great.
but that's what's fun about
Oh,
these. I think, in my
yeah.
opinion, these episodes is that you feel
Yeah.
so strongly about what should be on a list, and then when you get random ones like one's university, it just drives you insane.
I would
Yeah,
literally, I'd get so triggered. There'd be a list that would be like Nosferatu's the best horror movie of all time, and I think I just have to quit the podcast at the moment.
So yeah,
As an example.
if you enjoyed it, obviously let us know in the comments because any feedback like that is obviously really good. Then we'll do more of these. And if you have found a list, that you think is funny or like completely wrong that you'd like us to react to, then obviously send that in.
Well, that'd
To
be
me
good.
personally, don't let Andy and Stephen see it. I mean, it doesn't really matter because all three of us will know not to look at it. Even I won't look at it. But send it in to me and I can keep it a surprise for Andy and Stephen as well, which makes it even more fun like today.
Cool.
I've just also looked, they've got other lists like memorable Premier League Open Day weekend goals. That would be triggering to have a look at. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm going to steer clear of this website.
I've got to quickly cancel the stream and then change our podcast layout and boom, back to normal. Cool. Well, let's move into what we've been watching. And if it's okay with you guys, actually, no, let's let Stephen start with weapons. I was going to start with what I've
Okay.
watched, but then I've remembered, Stephen, we need to get Stephen's thoughts. So,
Yeah, see which way he went. Did he go my direction or did he go your direction, Welchy? I
Yeah.
think he's going to go your direction, but
so
just because he's a big horror fan and can appreciate horrors a bit more. But
if people haven't watched it, me and Andy reviewed Weapons 2 weeks ago now. So to get our full thoughts on that, please go back and check that out. It was a good episode, a good debate, because we were different. We were very different on our thoughts.
Yep.
And now Stephen wasn't able to join us that week. He's now here to give us his thoughts on Weapons now.
Yes. So just for the listeners, because I've been very closed in this. So I've been very good that I've not mentioned anything about weapons. I was driving back from Brighton, I think it was last weekend, and a long drive. So I whacked on the Late Night Movie Podcast, the weapons review, and I didn't know what you guys were saying. And when I was listening to it, I was like, I totally agree 100% with one of you. And the other one, some of the things that this person was saying, I couldn't quite believe what I was listening to the point that I even shouted out while driving, no fucking way. I wanted to record at that moment, so I've had to be really patient and wait a long time to give you my thoughts. There will be some light spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen Weapons, because the way that I've written it, I can't do it any other way without spoiling it. So I thought I'll chuck out a spoiler mention to anyone that hasn't seen Weapons yet. So I went to see it the night it came out. I saw it in IMAX, so I didn't get the 4DX experience that Welchy had. That equally made me laugh out loud when I was driving home. So if you haven't listened to it, go check that out. Hilarious, funny story. So with Weapons, I was very surprised by it because it wasn't quite what I expected. But I fucking loved this movie. I loved it. I thought this was an outstanding, clever horror drama. I just was captivated from the opening shot to the very end. And the more I think about it, the more I'm really confident that, yeah, this is a really, really good horror movie. And I expected both of you to really enjoy it. I thought it was going to be, if I jumped onto that recording, it was going to be one that we were all closely agreed. So when Andy started like going off on it, that's when I was like, no fucking way. I loved the use of the vantage points from different perspectives.
Yeah.
I always like that in movies. There was like a movie called actually Vantage Point, where I don't know if either of you guys have seen it, where like this this president or high government official, he gets assassinated, he gets shot with a sniper, and there's 9 people that witness the attack from their vantage point, so you see it from 9 different
That's cool.
perspectives.
I like that
And
idea.
I loved that movie then, and I've not seen a vantage point horror drama movie done as well as this. I thought the movie building its opening stages keep you guessing, making you wonder who's actually stolen the children. It had 3 great jump scares that all 3 got me, which is a lot. I will also mention a really funny story. So I was at a packed out cinema screening, which I was quite surprised because you have to pay like £7 to go to see in IMAX, even though we're limitless customers. I had to pay if I want to see anything in IMAX, but you get it for like
£7.
it's like £7.
Seems a
I think for normal people without limitless, it's like double the price. So we get it at a much discount. But I was sitting. I sat in my seat, and then this guy came along and said, "Oh, are you on your own, mate?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, I've booked a seat next to you, but my friend is also joining me. Would you mind swapping so he can sit next to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine, mate." But this guy hated horror movies, so I thought when I go to watch horror movies with Andy that I've got someone that jumps out of their skin. You've lost that award, Andy, because this guy next to me, I've never seen anyone jump as high, and he like lifted off the seat. It was like being on a
Oh
bloody
my god.
slingshot ride, and the
Like
whole
4DX.
row looked at him and went, "Is this guy all right?" And then he turned to his mate and he went, "Why did you take me to see this? I fucking hate horror movies. You told me this wouldn't be so bad." And I was cracking up. So that guy made it even more enjoyable. I thought the performances from everybody was outstanding. I also loved the foreshadowing because obviously by the 3rd act you realize that it's witchcraft that is causing all of the children that have been stolen and the lovely aunt. But obviously when it's got witch on the car, which is great foreshadowing, and as soon as it was revealed with the principal and the aunt that she was witch, I was like, oh, that's clever. I love movies that do that. I thought the use of audio was superbly done. I like the ending. I even quite enjoyed the slapstick comedy. Sometimes I do get annoyed with that in horror movies. But I think what Weapons did really well is that when it was serious, it was serious. When it was scary and creepy, it was scary and creepy. And when the slapstick comedy came, it did it really, really well. I mean, the mix of emotions in the screening that I was with, people were like scared, they were jumpy, they were excited, they were tense, and then there was like this massive raucous of laughter, which like I don't think it overused it. I know you said, Annie, that you wanted it to be more serious in its 5 stages, but I liked how it swapped up its tones. But I think it did it in a concise way at each point, that it didn't ever feel like it was overstepping its mark. Yeah, I just absolutely loved it. I do think it's one of the best movies of the year by some way. Like I had such a fun time with it. Like I love Josh Brolin's character. The main lead, what was her name again? The actress who we've just seen in Fantastic Four, who's like taking the
Julia Garner.
Jude.
Yeah, I thought she was like absolutely brilliant. I thought the cop was really funny, and like some of the brutality moments, because about half an hour in, I was like, why has this been given an 18? Like, it's not really that violent or gory. And then we get to the sequence with the principal and his partner, and I was like, oh, okay, that's it. That's why we've got to 18. And it did the similar thing like what Barbarian did, which was from the same director, in which it starts off in what you expect it's going to be, in a creepy house. You expect that it's going to be, was it in Barbarian? Was it Rami Malek? It was in Barbarian. The guy that gets his face completely like butchered.
What, the house owner?
Oh no, it isn't. It's Bill Skarsgård.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting Rami Malek and Bill Skarsgård mixed up. So you think like in Barbarian that it's him, and then it changes, and then it goes to a different character, Justin Law's character, who's also in Weapons as well. So he pops up as the neighbor when Josh Brolin knocks on the door.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Barbarian as well, and I was like, oh, okay, this director's using similar characters. Yeah, I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought it was stunning, and I can't wait to see what this director's doing, because this is somebody that is taking the horror genre and he's doing something different. There will be people I get that, and I understood, even though all jokes are, I understood why it didn't hit with you, Andy, in certain aspects. But as someone that just loves the horror genre, I just thought it hit every sort of level. I came out of it and was like, I could easily go back in and rewatch that because of how much fun I had with the movie.
So before you give your score, have you seen how well it's done in the box office now?
I haven't
seen
seen
an updated
up to
version,
date,
no.
but I think hasn't done well.
I'm guessing it's doing cinemas. It's 199 million, so it's going to hit 200 million.
Wow.
And what was the budget? I can't remember, Andy. We did the budget 2 weeks
It
ago.
wasn't a lot, was it?
50 million, was it? Or something silly?
Something like that, yeah.
If I do weapons budget, it's going to come up with some sort of criminal shit, isn't it? I know. 38 million. So they've blown it out of the water.
Yeah.
Is it still in the high 90s on Rotten Tomatoes, or has the score gone down?
I'll check that for you.
I think it is critics-wise. Audience-wise, I think it's like 86 or something.
Which is still a very, very respectful score.
Give your score out of 10 and Stephen.
Oh, this is a 10 out of 10 film.
Wow.
No question.
God.
Stephen, you're giving
No.
like a 10 out of 10.
This is not better than films like Together and Bring Her Back, man.
I feel like, I gave Together a 10, so I put it on par with Together, and I gave Bring Her Back. What did I give Bring Her Back?
8.5.
So actually, it's funny because I went to see Bring Her Back for a second time. I'd like to up my score for that to a 9 if that's possible after second viewing.
It's possible, Stephen, but I have to ask something.
Go on.
Can I talk about Bring Her Back? Because that is the film I watched.
Okay, shit. All right, yeah, absolutely. The only reason, so when I watched it a second time, I hate to say it because it's annoying when I have to then apologise to Andy. Andy was had a very heated debate about it.
Well, I want to ask about this plot twist thing because obviously I've watched it now, but
when I rewatched it a second time, I was literally like, okay, no, this makes absolutely perfect sense. So when I watched it the second time, I realised that I had just obviously misinterpreted it in my first viewing, and then second viewing, it does play pretty straight out. So maybe I just fucked off at one point in the first viewing, but I enjoyed it even more second time around. And I did pick up on some extra bits that I didn't pick up in the first viewing. So that's why I wanted to increase my score to a 9. I just think out of the 3, Weapons, Together, and Bring Her Back, they're all insanely good horror movies. But Bring Her Back is just slightly below both Together and Weapons for me. They're just insanely good movies.
So I watched Bring Her Back last night. I texted you guys before doing the gaming podcast saying I'm watching a film.
Yes, you did.
It was Bring Her Back. And Andy, you gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Stephen, you've now given it a 9. I'm going to give it a 7. I was toying between that and a 7.5. Obviously, same director of Talk to Me.
Yes.
Which is one of my favorite horror movies. And if we was going to do a top 10 horror movies list, I would like to suggest it. Obviously, there's so many, it's hard to do it. But anyway.
And I'll also interject that if we were going to rate Talk to Me, I'd put that as a 10. I do think that it is the more superior film out of Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, for sure, because of how good that movie is.
And I think I went into this thinking, Talk to Me, like it fucked me up. I'm not going to lie. I finished Talk to Me and I was like, I cannot go to bed. I need to relax, calm down. And I did not get the same feeling here, like not even close. This film takes a lot longer to get going than Talk to Me does. Even though obviously there's a bit at the beginning where the dad dies, that's a bit creepy, gory, whatever, but it's not scary. And I'd never really felt scared, but this film is disgusting in some parts. Like some of the scenes in
it's
horrific.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's a good film. It is a good film. 7 is a good score. It's called on the list. It's literally good. It's just I wanted more. I wanted more Talk to Me than I got. I thought the performances were fine. Particularly, obviously I can't remember the mum's name. Is it Julia? The foster mum. Yeah. She was obviously very good at what she did, and obviously the kid Ollie, who is being possessed. Did his part very well. He was the freakiest part of the film by a long shot. What was this twist you didn't get? I don't. What
So
is the deal here?
in the first viewing, right? I just couldn't work out what was going on in the respect of that. I felt that about halfway through, when you realise that she's trying to essentially bring her
But
daughter
that's the
back.
title.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
know it's
that's
the
what literally,
title.
that's what I was
Yeah,
arguing
I
with you
know.
about.
So
I said even the title says it. Like,
I thought in the first viewing that they were deliberately withholding that, so you will watched it going like, is she manipulating? Is she starting to like abuse the kids? Is she getting like a sick throw out of it? I was kind of leaning more towards like that. When I watched it a second time, I was like, no, Stephen, it's so clear what she's doing
Yeah.
from a very early point, and then the movie just goes. So maybe I just interpret it in my first viewing in a slightly different way, or I think maybe I was overthinking it, because like with Talk to Me, it was so clever. There's so many bits in Talk to Me that it is clear, but the more you think about it, the more deeper the layers unravel with Talk to Me. And I kind of thought that maybe Bring Her Back was doing that, but then when I watched the second time, I was like, no, I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. It's just a straightforward. Her daughter's died. She is part of this cult-like group that feels like that she can bring her daughter back. So yeah, it is played out really straight. So now I understand why Andy wasn't understanding from any perspective where I was coming from. And when I watched the second time, I was like, oh, okay. Which I think I put in the chat. I was like, oh yeah, I figured like I might have been in the wrong.
I think.
Go on, Andy.
Yeah. No, sorry, I was just gonna say. I think Stephen, you just get when you have like an idea in your head, you get really defensive about it. Even though I said like, huh?
I wasn't being defensive. I was.
You literally got when we was having that conversation. You literally got defensive and said my opinion was wrong, even though it was like me. I was saying I got this. From the very get go, I understood what the story was about, and it was obvious to me that the story was her bringing her daughter back. From the very get go, it shows like the rituals on like the TV and stuff, or like that flashback moment.
I think I might have actually said to Andy, "No, you're completely wrong. I'm completely right." So it was kind of how the conversation played out.
My thing was I just didn't know what she was doing to bring her back. So at first,
I
thought
that's literally what I said.
Maybe it was literally that Ollie was in that transition and was like, Ollie would be the new.
Yeah.
And she even says to her, like, how do I know you're in there if you don't talk to me? And I was thinking, oh shit, she'd already done it, and like she's already in there. But then there's a point where you realize, when you see the freezer, and you're like, oh, and then you see more. As you say, she's watching those videotapes of like the ritual, and you go,
yeah.
And then I clicked it all together. I was like, oh shit, that's just like almost like the broker in between. Like that's just like an in between body that's going to take it from one to the other. It was very well done in that sense.
In fairness, I did read some reviews that were backing up my points, thinking that it was more deep than what it was. I wasn't just alone in that thought process. But when I watched it a second time, I realised that I'm giving the movie way too much credit than what actually is going on. Because I think also maybe people did what I did. They think Talk to Me was really detailed, had lots of different layers, and this wasn't. This was played much more straight and much more nasty than Talk to Me, because although Talk to Me had some quite, like in terms of the brutality of it, it was more disturbing than Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Talk to Me was more, I would say Talk to Me was more scary.
Yes,
in
1,000,000%.
its later stages. And this wasn't scary. This was just really fucked up and disturbing.
Honestly, I know these are light spoilers or big spoilers, but when Ollie was eating the wood, and then started eating his flesh, I was like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, horrendous.
The other bit that me and Andy spoke about was, the bit in the hospital where he's recovering, and she's sitting there, and then he goes like something about his dad, and she goes, well, your dad, who I killed him. And me and Andy were like, did he imagine that? Did she actually say that?
Nah, she
and
said
I thought what? But watching it a second time, I thought it would give me more information.
But did she actually mean it though? Like, did she actually set did she actually set the whole thing up from the get go? Did she kill their dad to try and get her? Like, she chose her target.
She wanted
that girl.
She needed it to be an exact same death. So I think the girl being blind was the key. Because her daughter was blind. So I think she targeted that family.
How did she know? How did she know that girl was blind? If she was targeted, how did she get that information?
She must have seen her somewhere. She must have seen her around with a cane or whatever, or
All right.
Anytime we don't see that part,
Yeah.
obviously, but she obviously played that blind sport. Maybe the mum knew of the sport, or the foster mum watched that blind sport and think, no, she'd do. Or
Yeah, 'cause I thought
she would have done her research.
Obviously, they don't. Yeah, they don't show it in the film, but there's
If
so
that-
many ways
Yeah.
that she could have
if
done
that makes sense that she actually did kill him, then yeah, because then I was sitting there thinking, well, how is she must have got incredibly lucky that she's now fostering a girl that is blind.
Yeah,
No,
she
that
no,
doesn't-
If she planned it from the get go, then she targeted that
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
for that reason.
But when we watched it first time, Adam, we were confused by that. We couldn't work out if that was
They
real
purposely do
or
it that way. They purposely do it so it's
yeah.
like, because he says what, and then she repeats it, but like without saying that.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
she's obviously,
that's why I said it fucks with your mind.
and
Because
she's
then you're
fucking
thinking,
his
like,
mind because she wants him to
yeah.
become
Yeah.
more violent, so she
Yeah,
can get rid of him.
Yeah. And
I
it
knew
was done
she
in
said
such a
it. It was like, did she actually mean it? Like, did she actually do that? And it's like,
yeah. And it's more of like a throwaway comment because it happens and then the movie never goes back to that
they
that
never
sort of
repeat
point.
it.
I felt for the foster manager because she has a bad day.
Yeah.
She has a really, really bad day.
At one point, I was like, when the brother gets like run over, I was like, or not run over, but run over
Yeah, he
and
does, yeah.
drowned and stuff. It was like, how the hell is the girl going to get out of this now? Like, how is she going to survive? And I thought it was very clever that she sort of pretended to be the daughter for a second to
See,
have that.
that's what I thought, but I then thought about it, and she didn't, did she? So Ollie, whenever he bites something or eats someone, he can he can use their voice, right?
Okay.
So there's a bit where the brother is dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, these are major spoilers for bringing it back. And then the blind girl comes home, and she hears him calling her from upstairs. She hears her brother calling him, saying, well, I can't remember her name. I watched it yesterday. I can't remember her name. Piper.
Yeah.
And then she walks up the stairs and feels the body in front of her because obviously she can't see him, and it's Ollie. And then she's like, "That's not." In her head, she's obviously thinking that's not fucking names, but anyway, not her brother. And that's why she goes downstairs and says, "What hair does Ollie have?" And she says, "Red and curly," and she knows it's not.
Oh, yeah.
So he's able to use the voice, and that's why the brother sees his dad in the shower, because he hears the dad rather than sees him. He thinks he's seeing him through the steam, but it's actually Ollie just using his dad's voice because he ate his dad's hair from the mum cut the hair at the funeral.
Yeah. I remember.
So for some reason, Ollie eats things and then can use their voice.
He can. Okay.
And
that's so observant. I've seen that film twice.
But there's also the scene where he bites the foster mum, right? And she cuts her arm.
Yeah.
And you see him banging against the door to get into her room, and he's screaming her screams. And it's because he's taking a bite out of her.
I need to...
So the ending is not... Because I first thought, oh shit, Piper's pretended to be the daughter. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The Ollie has been in the shed eating the girl.
Oh,
and he's standing in the pool. He's the one. He's the one who says, "Mum."
He saves her,
and she panics and brings her up because she's thinking, "Oh my god, I've heard my daughter."
At that point,
he did it too soon.
He then breaks over the line, and then he's saved by police after.
It's fucking clever.
It's really I didn't, because I thought it was the girl that she thought, like, there was a scene earlier, when she's like obviously talking about her daughter with her and stuff. So I thought she had clocked on, like,
she said, "You can call me mum," didn't she?
Yeah. Like, okay, I need to use that to get out of this. So then I thought she says it, and then that gives her obviously that moment where she's like,
"That's what I was." Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Uses that to escape.
That was my initial.
That was Ollie that done it.
That was my initial thought, but then I just thought that doesn't make sense. Like, she's not. I don't think she would have done that in that situation, and she was underwater when she scratched. And then I realized, Ollie's been able to use these voices this whole fucking time.
That is super impressive that you picked. I've seen that film twice, and both times, I was both me and Addy thought because we agreed on that. We agreed on the ending of that bit in terms of the fact that she used the voice to manipulate her to then get out that situation.
You said something else originally. You did. You did. I can't remember what you said, but originally you said there was something else that you said about that ending, and I was like, no, I think I was the one that said, oh, I thought she said she pretended to be the daughter, and called her mum to give her that second to get away. You originally said something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was only after I said that you started thinking about it.
Okay. Well, I don't remember that, so I'm not going to agree to that because I can't remember that conversation. But I
You
can't
literally
think of
did say
any.
something else.
I
Yeah, I
can't
can't
think of
remember
anything else that would have been said because that's literally what happened. What I took from it, especially after the second viewing.
Maybe after the second time you picked up on it more, but the first time you definitely said something else to me when we watched it.
Talking
Okay.
about it has made
Doesn't matter now.
me actually think I'm going to give it a 7.5
Look up a bit.
because it is quite clever the way it did that part.
Yeah,
So I will give it a
I
7.5.
definitely want to watch it again to see, like, to try and pick up on those bits you just mentioned, because it's crazy how many horror films you watch, even with like Companion at the start of the year. How many times you watch a horror film or a thriller and then rewatch it and see all the clever sort of wording that they play on other bits that they chuck in. So then, like, yeah, you pick up on that the second time, or maybe even the third time in this case for you, Stephen.
But
Yeah, it will be a fair time.
there is not just one film that I've watched this week, guys.
Oh God, you watched another horror film?
I have watched a film called Dangerous Animals.
Oh, look at how
Yay!
you're ticking them all off.
I'm trying to
let's
keep up with you guys. Dangerous Animals is better than Bring It Back. I really enjoyed Dangerous Animals.
Yeah, JJ was a lot of
I
fun.
did really like
I had
it. Yeah.
such a fun time with it, and I caught myself. I watched it on my own. This one on the sofa, like with my hands on my knees, like staring at the screen, like I just couldn't take my eyes off it. And I was like, I caught myself like I was like, whoa, I'm like really into this.
It's
So
very
good.
intense and very well done.
It's so well done.
This is a horror film where the comedy in it, I actually like really love when he's like dancing and singing on the phone. He's got like
funny.
Yeah.
That's the point, though. So you enjoyed the comedy in Dangerous Animals, but not the slapstick comedy in Weapons.
Because like all of Weapons is like trying to be serious throughout. Like this witch, she's serious. She's possessing. She's kidnapped 17 children under influence. Then gets to the very end, and it has her running away literally like a chicken. And she's like, I like the children chasing after her. Like I said it in the podcast, I like them. I like all the children smashing through the houses. Like they're still under her like control sort of thing. So I like the fact they're all chasing after her like for it. It's just the way.
But she realizes that her own powers are being used against her.
Yeah,
so she's got to fucking
that.
leg it. And then the fact that
why she has to run. It's just to me, it just looks so silly. Like she's not going to outrun them, is she? For me, I think I would have enjoyed it if they just killed her like on the spot. Like if they just smashed her head in like straight away, and like she wasn't going to escape out of that situation. Like she knows her power. She knows that they don't stop until they're killed. So why is she even trying to run in the first place? Because they won't stop until they're killed.
That's a good point.
But
So
also
she thinks she's going to. Is she going to? Does she think she's going to outrun 17 children?
But you could also look at it and say that her witchcraft powers mean that she can manipulate people to the point of them going absolutely cuckoo for Coco Pops bananas. And the way that she was running was similar to how people under their spell ran when they started attacking people. So it was kind of
I think she was just running. There was nothing about her run. Like
her run was very similar to the runs of the head teacher when she's going towards the main character in the car. They run it's very similar.
No, the head
when
teacher
she's running from
like
all the kids, her run is similar. Yeah, but he did that as well when he started going towards the car.
No, he's doing the Naruto run. The Naruto
I thought they were quite similar, so I thought it was a way of saying that the witchcraft powers are being used against her. So that's
she was just running in the way that a normal person, like with her age, would have ran. That's weakened sort of thing.
How have we got back onto Weapons, guys?
I don't agree with if you enjoy the
animals.
I just think if you enjoy the slapstick comedy of something like that, Weapons is pretty much the same.
His character in Dangerous Animals is that sort of comedy character, like where he's obviously a serial killer. But he's then got that personality about him when he's not in his serial killer sort of stage or whatever. When he's talking to people normally, you can see that personality coming out of him where he is a bit sort of charming, having those jokes out, being a bit flirty, jokey.
He's an absolute psychopath. Like, obviously what he's doing is psychotic, but then when he's literally dancing in there, watching back the kills of the sharks. But I just thought this film from pretty much from beginning to end. It's not a masterpiece by any point. It's a great film. I wanted to see more of the shark stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we said the same, didn't we?
Yeah, but such a good film. The intro is insanely good because even though you guys had told me what the film was about, I went
Yeah,
into it knowing what the film was about, and it still took me off guard. It's that impressive.
yeah.
Obviously, they go do their shark thing. The sharks go around the tank. They come up, and I'm thinking, okay, they kills the massive I guess spoilers here, but kills the bloke. And I was thinking, shit. And then the screen comes up at the beginning of the film. I was like, oh
Yeah,
fuck, like that's just the intro. Because then
yeah, yeah.
I thought we were just
It's
going to
very
stick with
cool
this
though.
family the whole time, the boyfriend and
That's
girlfriend,
yeah.
and
That's what I
obviously it
thought.
goes off to someone else.
Yeah, I thought the story was going to be about them. As soon as he killed the boyfriend, I was like, okay, they're not in it for
It was
long
just
then.
about her
And then
now.
I
Yeah,
I assumed the girl was dead as well when it sort of
so did
switched
I.
forward and went to another
Yes,
character. I just thought she was dead. But obviously, we come back towards.
yeah,
She comes back into it towards the end. But yeah, it's a very good film.
it's really good.
I hope we get a prequel to it.
I'd love more of it. Obviously, sequels not going to
A
happen.
prequel.
Yeah, but a prequel,
Yeah.
prequel would be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Prequel would be good.
Because he had like the cabinet with like 17 or like 20 odd tapes in there.
Yeah.
So like there's so much more that they could do with that. And I wonder if they've done that on purpose, showed that he had more kills.
Yeah, potentially. Obviously, I mean, they wanted to show it's not the first one, obviously, and he's a prolific
Yeah,
serial
yeah.
killer. But yeah, obviously, it gives them an opportunity to do it if they want to. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I thought he was amazing. I thought the main actress was really good as well. And the concept's just great, and it's done really well. Even the bit where the guy, the main serial killer, has to go back onto land to go and get more fuel and stuff or whatever he has to go and get. He needs to get a new camera.
A new camera, yeah.
And like I was getting stressed because the boyfriend, well, he's not really a boyfriend, but you know what I mean. The guy goes onto the boat looking for her. Then you think he's going to get there. Then he does, and then he's got him. And then the guy comes and whacks him around the head. I thought this is insane.
I
couldn't believe.
I thought he's going to detour because when he goes to get the camera, he's like looking at another girl while he's like stuck in traffic, and I'm like, is he going to kill her now while he's like in the middle of all this? But I think that's just showing his like next target.
He had the urge to do it, but because there was too many people, he wouldn't been able to get away with that. But yeah, I think it just shows how unhinged he was. I watched that entire film and couldn't believe that was Jai Courtney, who was in he's like an action star. He's in like the 5th Die Hard movie. He's Bruce Willis's son, and he looks nothing like any other character that I've ever seen him in. So I went for the whole movie. Couldn't believe it.
Divergent films. That's where I knew him from, and then like he's completely buffed out for Dangerous Animals. So like bloody hell,
yeah, he's
got an accent on and everything, and like you know, because he's not Australian in real life, so like his accent. At least I don't think he is. I don't think he's Australian.
He
I think
he is Australian.
He's Australian.
Okay. Yeah.
Must be.
So in the other movies, he's putting on like a British or American accent. So okay, fair play. Because I was thinking if he isn't, that's an insanely good Australian accent impression. So that makes a lot more sense.
Either way, it's good because obviously in his other films where he doesn't play an Australian, he's putting on other accents where you can't notice he's Australian at all, really.
Versatility is good.
The only other film I watched this week, I went to the cinema with my daughter yesterday, so I watched 2 films yesterday, to watch a film called Dogman.
Dogman. Okay, is that an old film?
They come out this year. They come out this year, but there's like comics or books of it, and they've made a film for it. I'm not going to spend much time on this one. It's a kids film. And it is the most kids film you'll ever watch. It's
like Paw Patrol.
No, I guess Paw Patrol's more kiddie, I guess, but this is very mind-numbing kids fun. Like she laughed, I laughed at some bits. Some bits were actually funny. But it's ridiculous, and I will never watch. Well, I will watch it again, I'm sure, obviously, because of my kids.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't tell you to watch it. It's just not.
No.
Not for
this
adults.
one.
This is one.
Yeah.
It's not like a Pixar where you can watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much for us here, but I'm not even going to rate it. It's just it's just a film.
What do you rate Dangerous Animals though?
Oh yes, 8 out of 10.
Oh, so
what
high.
Did we give Dangerous Animals?
I feel like I would have gave it an 8 as well.
On Letterboxd, you gave it 3, Andy, but we've had this argument before.
Yeah, I started making my scores more in line with my Letterboxd.
You gave it an 8.
I should probably up that Letterboxd.
And Stephen, you gave it a 9, which I actually get that. I could be
Yeah.
anywhere between 8 and 9. I've landed on 8, but
Yeah.
um, it's a
Yeah,
very good film.
I think I'd put like Dave Shadows the same breath of Bring Her Back, and I mean I now think back, I gave Companion a 9, didn't I?
I
I'll stick to that 9 at the moment.
I definitely finished Dangerous Animals and enjoyed it more than Bring Her Back. 'Cause that's why I couldn't give Bring Her Back the same score.
No, fair.
Because
Yeah, I can get it.
I just enjoyed it more. I thought it was a fun film. A fun. I
Yeah, it
wouldn't
was a
call it
lot
horror. I
more.
guess it is a horror. I get it. It's different types of
Oh,
horror, but
it's more towards the thriller
yeah,
sort of genre, which is always another sort of debate on what makes a thriller, what makes a horror. I suppose it's got elements of in the horror genre. They both wear the same coat half the time, but yeah, it
Yeah.
would lean. It wasn't scary. It was more intense.
yes,
Wow.
The way I
definitely.
look at it
All
is
about being scary and jump scares. That's what you
that's
tell
true.
me.
No, I don't. There's a lot. There are a lot more to it, but in terms of if a movie is more edge of your seat, that leans more towards the thriller genre. But thriller and horror are very, very close. Because also it's about the subject matter. So like for something like Weapons, that leans more towards the horror genre because it's children going missing, witchcraft. That is horror.
Yes,
That isn't
horror comedy
thriller.
main thing.
Where
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I put it down as horror comedy drama because the
Mhm.
first half of it plays out more as a
Yeah.
investigative type movie
Yeah.
with horror elements. This is more like, 47 meters down, The Shallows, that full movie where it's edge of your seat tension.
Yeah.
I suppose the horror bit comes in because he's tying them up and keeping them captive, which
And letting sharks
you know
eat
you
them.
yeah, I mean letting him get letting people go to sharks is also quite horrific. But
Quick
yeah,
question. Is Jaws
Go on.
classed as a horror? Or was that down as a thriller?
I'll have a look.
Like-
They put it
like-
on Letterboxd.
I'm not asking like whether you think it's horror thriller. What is it actually classed as?
So,
I would say more so like I'd lean more towards action, maybe.
so on
Action.
Letterboxd, it's down as adventure, thriller, horror.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so they played it safe then, basically. with
Yeah.
By the way,
Did you not want to go and
know-
watch Jaws at the weekend in the cinema for its 50th anniversary?
that. I'm definitely not rewatching that on my birthday.
Did you know that the guy, you might have said this before, but the main guy from Dangerous Animals is from Spartacus?
Oh shit, he is, isn't he? I didn't realize that. He's
Yeah.
the one that Spartacus. He's like his best friend.
His
who
best
he has
friend
to
at the
kill, right?
beginning, yeah, Varro.
Yeah. Oh shit! I've only just
Yeah.
When you
got
say
to
main
that.
character, who you referring?
The serial killer in
Not
Dangerous
Jack Hall-
Animals. Yeah.
What Jack Hawley's in Spartacus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's his best friend.
He's
and
Spartacus' best friend
Spartacus
in
has to kill him.
season 1.
Oh shit!
He doesn't want to kill him. Yeah.
I
Damn.
didn't even know
He's-
that. Oh, small world.
Because I didn't even clock on. Was Spartacus before the Divergent series or after? Because again,
Spartacus
he's
like
like
2010. So was Divergent before or after that?
I don't know.
Probably after that.
Spartacus was. I've lost it. 2010, you're right. Divergent was after 2014.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So he was quite buff in Spartacus,
Yeah.
and then I feel like he was must have like he was less buff in Divergent series, and then looks completely different again in Dangerous Animals. So like fair play. He's like
I'm
Christian Bale at the moment.
I'm
Going
still
up and down
trying
with
to
his like weight sizes.
get a bit of time to then go back and rewatch my I've got all the episode series of Spartacus on DVD, so I'm trying to rewatch them at some point when I've got a bit more time. So now that I know that, I'll look out for Jai Courtney's character because I
You'll
can't
notice
remember.
it straight away. Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, shit, yeah, it is him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, anything you've watched? Do you want to talk about?
Only obviously Alien, which I think we're going to discuss next week when we
Yeah.
catch up, and also I've been watching Dexter Resurrection, so the new series.
Is that finished yet?
2 episodes to go, so I think I've just watched episode 8 last Friday. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's so good. It's each episode. It's like it's more Dexter using his intelligence to beat people in this one, and each I thought with the last episode I just watched, I was thinking like, oh, they can't end it as good as the last one because it ended on like quite a cool cliffhanger. And I was thinking, oh, this one's just going to be not sort of normal episode, not going to end on a cliffhanger or anything. But they seem to keep topping it each week. So again, episode 8 ends on a cliffhanger, and I'm like thinking, shit, I can't wait for episode 9 now. But yeah, it's the highest rated Dexter TV show so far, and I think it's if they
Would you
can
agree
get
with
over
that?
the curse I would probably say in terms of, well, it depends, because if you're going specifically each season, I always say season 4 is my number 1 season. But if this continues and ends strongly, then obviously it's only 1 season though. So how do you like
Yeah,
challenge that against 1 to 8 seasons of the original show?
fine.
But yeah, it is really good, and I would recommend any Dexter fan to watch it. And obviously they've cancelled Original Sin now,
Yeah, I was
and the
going to
main
mention that.
reason for that, the showrunners didn't want there to be 2 different characters playing Dexter apparently, so they just wanted Michael Secor to be the main, obviously Dexter, and that to be like the focus point. Plus, I don't think there was going to be too much they could do with Original Sin
Yeah.
anyway, with it being a prequel. But it would have been cool to have at least one other season of that. But I'm happy that hopefully that'll be another Resurrection season 2. But yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend anyone watching it.
Obviously, it's a shame for the actor of Dexter who's not going to continue that role, but he's obviously now James Bond in the game, so
Yeah,
he'll be fine.
I'm sure he'll be all right.
He's
Yeah.
got enough work to carry him on with at the moment.
Cool. Anything else, Andy? Obviously, Alien
No.
Earth, but we'll mention that at some point when we've all caught up. Well, I've caught up.
Yeah, no, yeah, just Alien Earth. I'm happy with the way that started, but yeah, I haven't watched anything else. More gaming recently.
Anything for you, Stephen?
Oh,
Just,
actually, sorry, I did watch something. I watched the first episode of a new TV show on BBC, and you can watch it on BBC iPlayer. It's called King and Conqueror, and it's got Jamie Lannister from Game of Thrones in it. So I kept seeing trailers for it on, and an interview with him on TikTok. So I was like, oh, I'm going to watch that. It's to do with like the Battle of Hastings and stuff.
Is that one with James Norton in as well? James Norton in it? I've seen some interactions.
What's he? What else is he in?
He's been in like Happy Valley and other shows like that.
I don't know, because there is another person in it who I really recognise, and he's in a lot of other stuff. He's in like
he's in it. King and
Ray
Conqueror
Donovan.
star James Norton.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought James Norton was one that when I went to see that Little Life thing in the cinema, which was like 4 hours of a really depressing story, he was leading the theatre performance.
Oh, okay.
I recognised him from Happy Valley as well.
So there's actually someone who's in like loads of gangster films. That's not him, is it? Because there's a character who's in like The Business, Football Factory. He's like well known.
Are you talking about in and like in March Powder? Does he play Danny Dyer's dad?
Yeah. That's him.
And he's in the Business, and he's also in Green Street. Yeah. No, that's not who I'm on about. But James Norton is one I'm on about.
Yeah. So you can tell there's a couple of big names in this.
Yeah. He's great, because the only time I ever really see him is in like Nick Love movies or like gangster movies. I don't really see him in anything else.
He definitely plays a different type of character in this.
To spoil it for you, Andy, James Norton is also going to be in House of the Dragon.
In what, sorry?
House of the Dragon, is that what it's called?
Oh, what, season 3?
Yeah, it says TBA. He's going to be in House of the Dragon.
I need to Google. Does he have a skinhead? Pretty much. Is it who I think it is? No. I'll Google him afterwards.
When you see a picture, you'll recognise him probably straight away. Only reason I say I saw the coming attraction after I think I was watching EastEnders, and it popped up saying like this is coming, and it looks all right. So it might be something I look at later down the line.
I think I know who it is. So if it is who I think it is, then yeah, that's cool.
What have you been watching, Stephen?
I mean, I've only really got when I went to see The Naked Gun, which I found really funny. It was, as Andy said, it was exactly what I expected. Constant jokes from beginning to end, lots of fun. Sort of went in one ear, went out in the other. There's one sequence which I won't spoil, but it's like with the police with the torch. That's all I'll say. I know I was literally laugh out loud funny at that sequence with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson in her house.
Oh yeah.
Or like
I think they showed part of it in the trailer. Yeah.
So he's
Is
got like the see-through goggles that you can look through into like a
night vision
house.
goggles.
Oh, night
Yeah,
vision goggles, that's it. And you
yeah.
can like look into the house, and they're like doing quite mundane things, but it doesn't look mundane. It looks like they're
Yes, I have seen
having
it in the trailer. Yeah.
the best free falls.
Yeah.
So I forgot about that bit in the trailer, so I just
It
laughed
gets
out loud.
they only show the like first part in the trailer where it's like looks like she's giving him a blowjob.
Yeah.
But then like there's some dirtier parts
Oh, okay.
after that that they show in the trailer, which is quite funny.
It involved, and then look, I was just like, a dog gets involved, and I was
Oh,
Yeah.
literally
okay.
Yeah.
cracking up.
But
I
it
went
is
to see it with my mother, who like she likes the airplane movies. They're not really her thing, and she did kind of come out thinking that was really weird. But at the same point, it was exactly what I sort of expected from a Naked Gun movie. And I thought Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson were great together. And it was short, snappy at an hour and 24. It was perfect length. And I pretty much laughed from the very beginning to the very end. So it sort of did what it said on the tin. But yeah, so I am going back on the cinema trail. I've had a couple of weeks off with just being busy with Chloe and going out and about. So there's a number of movies that I'm trying to catch up on. So I should have more next week. That's the
What
plan.
score would you
Anyway.
give Naked Gun, Stephen?
Debating we want to give it a 7 or 8. I'm gonna go down to a 7. I had it down as an 8, but I feel like that's, even though it was a good film, like it was for what it was.
Okay.
I'll lower it to 7 because I feel like that's a bit too high if I start giving it an 8 or higher. I know I've been quite lenient with some of my scores at the moment, but just generally the level of movies I've been watching have been so good. Like I was thinking to myself afterwards, like, I can't surely give another 10. But I couldn't think about what I was critiquing the film for. So I was like, well, I've got to give it a 10 because I
just
can't
listen
see
to my
anything.
thoughts on the podcast episode.
Yeah, you are in the minority though, Andy. When I looked at all of the reviews and the
It's
critic reviews and the audience review, you are a lone voice when it comes to weapons.
I'm not, because like the weird thing is like when you look at the critics like reviews and like audience reviews, yeah, obviously it's very high. But whenever I like click on an article to do weapons or like horror films, like I'm in the For Love of Horror group, and I saw someone post weapons. I start reading the comments, and like a lot of the comments I'm reading are like saying they like found the film boring and different things like that. So it surprises me how high it is in terms of like the ratings on actual like Rotten Tomatoes, when the majority of articles that I click on and read the comments on, there is actually a lot of comments that sort of say the same thing that I said.
But
Obviously, there's a lot of people that like the film.
Yeah. So, but it's I would say from a general point, you are in the minority. But I do understand because it wasn't what I expected from the trailer. So I can get why when you went into it, it wasn't what maybe you expected. But I thought it was even better than what I expected. So it's all based on opinions and personally what you felt about and what you got out of the movie.
So I asked Jack what he thought of Weapons. He's obviously seen it now. And he's written into me with his thoughts and a score, so I'll read it out quickly. Jack said, unbelievable film. Loved the way it was set, showing each of the characters' stories, how they intertwine and come together. Excellent performance from all the cast, especially enjoyed Miss Gandhi and Gladys, with being Julia Garner and the aunt, obviously. Wish there were more horror scenes, which control scenes. Oh, spoilers, yeah, shit, I shouldn't have maybe said that, but anyway. But very happy. I thought we already mentioned there was a witch anyway.
We did. We have kind of ruined the shit out of weapons already tonight.
But very happy with what was in it. Looking forward to if we get a backstory movie on Gladys, which has been rumoured, obviously. And he said the cop Paul was played so well too.
Yeah.
And he gave it an 8 out of 10. So more in line with my score, but echoing mine and Stephen's thoughts, I guess. Cool. I think we'll wrap it up then. We're about an hour and 33. I think we've all gone through everything we've watched. I don't know what I'm watching next in the cinema. I still want to watch Together, and I thought about doing it tomorrow, and then I remembered Gears really launches tomorrow, and I was like,
no. So I'm going to try and get to see this week the Editor movie, which is the movie that is set in the pandemic. That is 2 hours 30. So again, it's a gamble. Because Ari asked us, so he did Hereditary, which I loved, but then his other movies have been the one that I didn't go and watch was Beau is Afraid. It's Joaquin Phoenix. It's 3 hours long. It's like set inside his mind, and I was like, it's the length of it. If you start to take against of it, it will feel like double that time. But I'm interested because it's set in the pandemic, so I want to see how they do that. I want to see The Life of Chuck, Nobody 2. Freaky of Friday I need to watch, and Materialist I need to watch as well.
I haven't
So I've
actually
got to
got
try and fill
any
them.
films in my calendar until November.
So it's like Wicked.
Wow,
No, I haven't watched Wicked 1. I don't want to watch that.
missing out. It's a
Predator
great film.
Badlands.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
You know, you didn't want to go and watch The Conjuring Last Rites?
I
The
haven't
last
seen the
Conjuring
other
movie.
three. And I
Welchy.
don't really care for it. I will watch it one day, but I am not. No, it's not.
You're missing out
not for
on
me.
that is the highest selling horror franchise of all time, The Conjuring universe.
Yeah,
Also,
it's not.
just to chuck out to horror films this year, I saw like obviously me and Welchy, I think we discussed it in the weapons episode where I was like went through, or we might have done it
I might have been offline. I think. Yeah.
podcast. But I basically went through and sort of counted how many horror films we'd watched, and it was like 13, maybe 14 horror films already this year. And I saw a picture earlier saying like 9 upcoming horror films like the rest of this year, and it's like bloody hell, like horror this year
There's
is off the
one.
charts.
There's one that I've got on my list on my calendar the week after Predator. Keeper.
Yeah. See, I haven't seen
There was a
anything on that
trailer
one.
for that
Yeah.
when I went to see whatever I went to see last, which must have been Weapons actually. Keeper. The trailer is in like two parts. It first talks in the woman's point of view, then the second part is in the man's point of view. Oh, who's the actress in that film?
Okay.
I don't think I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the trailer for
You
that
should
either.
you should look at the trailer. It looks interesting.
Hmm.
Oh man, I can't remember the lady in that film who's famous. That's gonna really bug the shit out of me. Oh, it's right. So this is it's, the monkey. You know, you said that the girl in Bring Her Back looks like the girl from the monkey.
Oh,
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk?
Yes.
She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you, Stephen, because when she first came on,
Thank
I was
you.
like, I can see it. It's not her, but I can see why you thought it was. But it is her in
Wait.
Keeper.
Can I just interject,
Okay.
right? So I said that to Andy, and he like literally ripped my head off. No, they're nothing alike, right? Well, she
Yeah,
said
didn't
it.
think it did.
Andy,
I can see it.
silent.
I can see it.
Just complete and utter silence. So gender right here,
No,
guys.
I've
If Welchie said
already
it,
said my opinion on it. I didn't think it did look like her.
it's not the
I'm
way
not gonna
that the
change that, am I?
it's the Betty.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah.
thank you, Welch, for actually agreeing with me because they do look incredibly alike. I was convinced it was the same person for about halfway through.
I mean, I knew
like
it
or even
wasn't,
the whole
but
film.
I
it's
can
behind.
see.
Like
Yeah.
you get like one shot of her hair, and it's like, oh, it must be her.
But you should check out the trailer for Keeper. It
I'll
looks
definitely check it out.
interesting, and it is. I always forget her name. Tatiana.
Yeah, Tatiana.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, because she's in what's it called? Orphan Black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With where she like plays like 10 different roles. I did see the new trailer for Black Phone 2, which I quite like the look of.
I didn't like the first one, so I won't be going to see the second. But hopefully, it's
Oh,
good.
didn't like the
I
first one?
I
No.
did like the first one. Yeah.
But
I like
that's on my list, Rotten Tomato game, which we're not going to be doing anymore in terms of updating, so we can keep it a surprise for the end of
No.
the year.
That's fine.
But I'll keep an eye on it.
I'm hoping because Conjuring Last Rites is one that I picked.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Cool. Well, that's going to be it for this week. Before we go, Andy, where can people follow you?
So you can find me over on Twitch at Andy_Y_07. Last streamed Expedition 33 and also Mafia. And also you can find us over on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at either AB Collectibles or AB Collectibles 24. Thank you very much.
And Stephen, where can people follow you?
yeah, just on my TikTok at DJ Backpass and on my YouTube of the same name. We're doing lots of music stuff at the moment, and Lars was in full swing. So hopefully we'll have another positive match for you to bring you at the weekend when we face Liverpool. Thank you very much.
Thanks again for tuning into the Late Night Movie Podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please give us a follow, leave a rating, and tell a friend about us, because word of mouth goes a long way. You can follow us on all social medias with the handle at the LNG Pod, and be sure to join our Discord community using the link in the podcast description. Next week, we are going back to our A to Z movies. It's time, guys, to review.
Oh shit! I need to watch that.
Room, or The Room. I think it's Room.
Room.
Yeah, which is available on Studio Canal, which you can get a free trial of on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
That's what it was anyway when we looked at this film 3 weeks ago, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it still is. So if you're playing along, then obviously watch Room before We record it next Sunday. Yes, next Sunday. So you can get your thoughts into us before that if you want us to read them out. Until then, I have been your host, Welchy, and my guests have been Andy.
Yeah, pleasure as always, guys. It's been a very fun episode, and hopefully we will do more of these top 10 lists in the future. Thank you very much.
And Stephen.
Yeah, it's been really fun as always, and looking forward to reviewing Room as part of our ITF next week.
Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week.